And here is my snake. I was going to make it into a basilisk. Well, it kind of is basilisk-like. One thing I was planning on doing was like horns, but I really don't know how I'm going to do that. Like I said in the last video that I did claying with. Claying? Yeah, whatever. That I am just gonna have to practice little by little. I just didn't want to. This was really turning out really good. Let me show you on the bottom side. That detail just came out so great. It looks real natural now. Just wish I could show you. Maybe there's too much light. Let me. No, it's way too bright. Okay, whatever. Just I'll see if I can get a good picture of it. If I can, that's what you'll be seeing. But yeah, I was really able to get some good detailing on him with doing the gunmetal metallic paint, and then I keep wanting to call it airbrushing. Why? Dry brushing. That green, a green and something. The green and black. I did a green and black mixture, and I was able to get a nice green sheen on there. Not like solid green, just a small coating like you would with a dry brush. And then also on the head too. And then I went and did the detail on the face. Not so great. I do have the indentations of the mouth, like the little slit thingies on the above the mouth, and the eyes. But and then I went back once everything was dry with some gold paint, and very, very lightly I spread it around very lightly just to accent some of the areas. And you know what? I think that that shine that you're seeing, I think that is actually the paint, the gold paint. And that's what is interfering with me showing you all the details. Otherwise, what you'd see is just, you know, a gunmetal gray, like very, very dark gray with green, this color green, actually. This color green. More so here, that shade right there. And dry brushed over. And then, I mean, it was a really light coat of the gold, but I think the metallic in it is catching the light really good. Let me see if I can turn off the light, see if that works. Not really. Now it just looks dark. Yeah, that doesn't work. But yeah, this took me about a very long time, because there's two factors that I had with time doing this project was, let me sit. One, waiting for everything to dry. Just the Model Magic stuff had to dry, then, well, first I did the head. I did the head first. And I didn't think I was gonna even do anything else. I just did the head because I was bored while I was doing this thing. Oh yeah, that makes sense. I was bored while doing this thing, waiting for that to dry. Then I was like, well, this is dry now. And the next day or 2 days later, I did the body. I just rolled it out. I had to do it in 2 sections. I rolled out 2 sections, put the design on, and then I connected connected it here. Yeah, this is where I was having a hard time getting paint in there. Yeah, that doesn't look really too bad. Oh, I know I can do with that. I'll just have to do that later. But this is where I connected it. First I just, kind of what was it? Scratched the inside, the edges of the cut part of the pieces. I don't know what that's called. I'm new, even things I'm not new at, I barely know words. I connected it, and then the next day I came out and they were disconnected. They just wouldn't reconnect because it's just weird like that. So I had to take I had to flatten out a piece and then wrap it around here. And that's the thing that you see on the neck. Because my original idea was to super glue it or just connect it and then mold it into it. But then again, they were both dry. They were just gonna look weird, so I had to wrap another thing. And then I had to wait for those to dry. Although I think one thing that did help a little bit was I did primer the head first before I did anything, before I even made the body. So there was that. But that was like maybe 10 minutes off. Even with doing 2 coats. This gesso I have just dries very quickly, thankfully. So that was a lot of waiting for things to dry. And then there's putting gesso on the rest of the body, which after doing like 2 coats, I needed it. I actually did do a 3rd coat of that just to make sure that I had all, because like I said, like there's certain spots where it's so hard to get in, and I realized, oh my god, so I had to go back in with a fine detail brush and get those spots like colored in. So that was another waiting game. Then I was able to start doing, I did the bottom first, I think. Yeah, did I? Yeah, I did the bottom first. I did the gold, I think I did a gold and bronze mixture or a gold and black mixture. And then just as it dried, I just added in more detail. And then I had to wait for all that to dry completely. Then I was able to do this back part. That is just so long. but I loved every minute of it. And I tell you, the feel of it, and like, cause the feel is feel, man, I don't know. I'm trying to convey something, and I don't know the texture of it because of the paint feels like a rubber. And then because of the Model Magic is still, you know, not like bendable like a wire would be, but you know, it's movable without breaking. So it sort of feels like the rubber snakes I used to have when I was little. I loved rubber snakes. Oh my god, my mom hates snakes. Hates them. And that's another factor in time, because I had to make sure I was doing this out of her sight. She knew I was doing it. When I made the body and I set it on the kitchen table to dry, I went to her and I said, heads up, there's something that looks like a snake on the table, but it's not real. And she was a little upset. But she's not gonna purposely discourage me from doing what I want. She just does not. And you know what? I have a fear of something that if someone was to make it, I would probably feel the same way. I wouldn't stop them from it because that's what they love. That's what they want to do. But I don't want to see it. So I completely understand my mom's reaction. And that is why I gave her the heads up. And why I respected her fear and dislike of snakes. And did this as privately as I could. Pretty much everything else I've been doing in front of her. She's very interested in what I'm doing. She is artful in her own way. She doesn't understand art in a way. She's taken art classes and she's taken art history in college and stuff. And I even went with her to art museums for field trips for her classes. And I mean, she did very well in them. So but the way my mom is kind of artful is she loves to knit. And she will knit and knit and knit, and she will knit awesome things. Like she's knitted a Snuggie for my service dog for when we go out in the rain, because she gets really bad ear infections very easily. If water is near, she's getting an ear infection. That's how easily she gets them. It's very annoying, and antibiotics are very expensive. I'll tell you, we've had them all. But not just that. Like she does hats. She will make very tiny hats, and a lot of them, and she donates them to hospitals for premature babies. Which, when she told me she did that, I was just so proud. I'm very proud of my mom, because that is a very wonderful cause and very thoughtful. And then like the bigger hats she does, she'll also take those to the hospitals. Like when I was in the hospital in DC, I was in there for I think about 3 weeks. It wasn't quite a month. It was at least 3 weeks, but not quite a month. About once a week, someone would come in and give away free knitted hats and blankets, like little leg blankets. I don't know what they're called, but that's what my mom does with the hats that she wears. Also, she gives them out as gifts. I've got a lot of them that she's given me, and she'll do scarves. Right now, I think she's knitting me a blanket. Because when I'm on the recliner, I love to have my blanket on, and so she, and it gets so cold, and I need layers, and so she's knitting me another blanket. But she loves to do it, and that's her artful thing. But other than that, she asks questions. She loves it. She does love it when I do the artwork in front of her. Just not snakes, because she gets to see like all this new stuff, all this other stuff I'm experimenting with, and all that, and she loves the effect it has on me. Before I started doing art like this, like every time I do art, I feel so much better. When I take days, weeks, months, years off, my mental health starts to decline. So, and I know it really pains her. It pained her to take me to the hospital, last fall or summer. It was fall or summer. But and she really got me into doing all this, because at first I was just doing like some adult coloring books with the Arteza watercolor pens. Not a lot, just some, and it was very calming, relaxing. But then my mom for Christmas got me, gel pens and postcards to color. And then I was doing it all the time. So it was just, I just needed the right medium to get me started. But yeah, so this is the snake. Wow, I went on a tangent. Anyways, so this is the snake. I said it already. Oh well, you're hearing it again. He's a beautiful. Oh, you can kind of see the coloring this way. Oh, hey, look. There's some green. It's actually just lighter. Actually, no, that's the yellow with the green. But that's I love this. I just love this. And like I said before, my other video, where I talked about the My Little Pony custom, is Nerdy Crafter really helped inspire me to move to experiment with clay stuff. And I know she really doesn't. She's not really a fan of the model magic. I know that. I don't plan on staying with it, but like not with everything. But the way this is, I really like how this came out. So for something like this, I would use it again. Like even when I move on to polymer clay, which I do have polymer clay on the way, like air dry clay, because I think it's air dry. I honestly don't trust myself with the oven when it's not food. Yeah, so that's that. So again, Nerdy Crafter, thank you. This is just so fun. I'm glad you showed me that I can do this too. Alright. You have a good one. Bye.